Boom, boom, boom. What is up, my bumbling bums? My fucking toad-eyed, fucking toe-back having asses. I think I cracked Magic the Gathering's deck building. I think I did it. So, you probably ask yourself, oh, how did you do it? I don't fucking know, man. I just looked at, I don't know, man. I just kind of looked at, what does, like, your average competitive deck have? And I kind of just went from there. So, how did I begin? Well, I had to pick the most broken colors in the game. Well, what are those? Well, after doing some very light research and based off of my own experience, blue and green are just absolutely broken. Green gives you all of the creatures that you could ever want. On top of them being like 12 12s for maybe like 6 mana, they also give you really good land cards. And then blues, on the other hand... Oh, sorry, excuse me, big yawn. Blues, on the other hand, they're your typical counter spell decks. So greens give you a shit ton of creature cards, blues give you a shit ton of spells. Right? Throw in some artifacts, call it a day. So, how does this deck function? It's literally just solely based around my commander, which is whenever you cast a green creature spell, I search my library for a creature card and reveal it. If I do, I shuffle my library and then put that card on top of my library, basically guaranteeing that my next draw is a creature that I want. Then, whenever I cast a blue creature spell, I reveal the top card of my library. If it's a creature card, I put that card into my hand. Pretty self-explanatory, right? Everything else is just here to essentially boost this commander. So we have a lot of green cards, and it's really nice because I'm basically guaranteed like a creature combo. So I really like it. I think it's a really nice deck. I kind of just built this, honestly. Of course, 35 lands. You gotta have a shit ton of lands when you're playing blue and green. I know there's combo pieces in here. I think there's like 2 combo pieces. Never mind, I have 7. Never mind, I have 7. Never mind, I have 9. My bad, guys. I have 9 combo pieces with this deck to just fuck you in the ass while I'm at it. Now, when it says it's a bracket 4, you may be asking yourself, well, what does bracket 4 mean? I'm glad you asked. Magic the Gathering, at least for commander standpoint, it goes off of a 1 through 5. I don't really play any other format other than commander, because I don't feel like dropping $10,000 on a 60 card deck where, you know, I need like 4 creature cards and each of these creatures is like $1,000. You know what I mean? That's not my cup of tea. So yeah. 1 is like your weakest, 5 is for your strongest. Having a number 1 deck in terms of bracket power basically means you're using like a meme deck. It's just meant for shits and giggles. That's like the easiest way to explain it. 2s would be your precons. So like if I do Like, if I go to precons, right? Like, all of these precons are built at a power level 2. Like, they are very easy to get into. You could swap out, at most, maybe like 8 cards to just, like, touch up the deck and turn it into like a 2.5. So yeah, all of these decks have 100 cards in them, and within those 100 cards, except for Atraxa, we don't talk about Atraxa. Anyone who plays in Atraxa is a piece of shit and should go die in a hole. But yeah, like, any one of these decks, though, is good for, like, beginners. Craziest thing is that I'm pretty sure this precon, my friend, he recently got into Magic the Gathering, and I convinced him to get the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles deck, and apparently this whole fucking thing is like $400, and you can buy it off of Amazon for like $50 bucks. So I think that's pretty cool. I don't know what its bracket level is. If you precon, these are gonna be the best commanders. $92? I guess not. I think upgrading it, though. No, you sit comfortably at 200. Oh, interesting. I guarantee you, though, if I crank it up to 3, though, Jesus Christ, yeah. So yeah, a power level 3. I know that my main Magic the Gathering deck that I use is a power level 3, and it's like $600. Yeah, main OG deck, $700. And I'm very close. I'm very close to completing it. I'm missing 14 cards. So currently that deck that I have is $500 basically. I actually have this card in my room as we speak. Holy shit, dude. I might have this card. I don't think so. I don't think I have this card. But I have this card. That's for sure. Holy shit. We are like right there then. I'm just missing like a few land. And we can call it never mind. Oh, low-key, this isn't so bad. Hold on. I have you. I might have Path of Exile. I think I have Karn's Bastion. So yeah. But like everything else is upgraded, I'd say. Yeah. The website that I like using is EDHREC, mainly because it can give you bracket levels. Do take them with like a grain of salt though, because like it mostly just goes off of like your commander most of the time, because like you could have a really strong commander and like put it at a bracket 1, and it could be around like a bracket 2 or 3, or like sit in the middle. So yeah, I would take everything on EDHREC, at least in terms of the bracket, is like with a grain of salt, I would feel like. But yeah, it's a 4. It's a 4. My shit's not even a 3. I just realized that's a 4. I'm dropping damn near $1,000 for a deck that I could throw in a tournament and win. Holy shit. What am I doing with my life? What the fuck, man? Kidding. Holy shit. It's a 4. I'm dropping almost $1,000 on a deck that I've been working on since like 2020. I've been working on this deck for 6 years. I did take like a 2-year hiatus. So more so like 4 years. What the fuck? And I just built a deck that's fucking a fraction. I'm sorry. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me do the math here. 725 divided by 82. I am literally saving 8 times. I'm spending 8 times the amount on this deck for this deck. How do you get an optimized deck? Well, you have 9 fucking infinite combo pieces. Right? On top of the fact that you have to get a really good commander. Because the only reason why I could also look at this. Hold on. The main reason why that this deck is so strong is because of my commander. For 4 mana, anytime I put a 1/1 counter on any creature I control, you just get fucked in the ass, basically. You take that much damage. So, like, if I put let's say I put 12 1/1 counters on like a creature I control. Congrats, bro, you just took 12 damage to the fucking face. For free, I didn't even have to swing. I think there have been like 5 games. I played like, let's say I've played 100 games, right? I think 25% of my games, if I get a good hand, I don't have to swing. So I just have infinite fucking blockers, and I don't have to swing. I can just sit there. I could sit there and chill. I think that's the craziest part about this deck is like I could just defend forever. And you guys would take repercussions. But yeah, we have let's see here. Let's see what this deck is at. I'm assuming it's like a 2, maybe a 3. It is indeed a 2. Which makes sense because it is a precon. But it could qualify as a 1. But yeah. Yeah, chosen to maximize creativity or entertainment. It's not straightforward. But yeah. It's not bad. I don't think it's a bad deck, low-key. It's not bad at all whatsoever. It can get very annoying though. Because if you take Leonardo the Balance and Michelangelo the Heart and you make them your commander, Leonardo's basically just saying whenever a token enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on a creature. And then you pay all mana and creatures. Basically, all your creatures gain Menace, Trample, and Lifelink. All of your creatures gain that. And then Michelangelo is like, At your second main phase, if you attack, create a pizza token. Or put a 1/1 counter on a creature, and then create a food token. And food tokens give you infinite health, basically. I think it's what, pay 2, gain 3 life, or it's like pay 1, gain 3 life. So you never die, and you're stacking 1/1 counters infinitely. On top of the fact that you gain menace, trample, and lifelink. You're just fucked in the ass. It's a strong commanders. Bad way that they were built. Let's go on a cheaper budget. Okay, $115. I gotta share this with them. Export, copy. Because if this is a 3, then he's only dropping like just a couple bucks, basically. Set as commander. Set as commander. So does say 2. I would disagree. I would put this at like a 3 or 2.5. But the main reason why this is most likely at a 2 is because of the fact that, like, this is a new deck. There's new cards. Like, they haven't really been truly discovered yet. Which I think is fine. I think it's fine. I think the biggest thing, though, is, like, definitely lands. I think lands have been upgraded. I think that's, like, the only thing. Let me edit this so that way I can make it unlisted. There we go. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, 1s is your meme decks, 2 is your precons, 3 is your upgraded. It's like you swapped out like 8 cards. That's what upgraded means. It's like you only swap out like 8 to 12 cards in a precon, and it's upgraded. A 4 is like, I could take this to a tournament and do really well. 5s, on the other hand, we don't talk about 5s. 5s are like your fucking ugly degeneracy pieces of shits who like walk into game stores and they're like, huh, oh my god, beat me. Fucking 42M chud as fuck. Walk into card shop, favorite card shop. Look at chud cashier. Chud cashier trying to flirt with girl. Tell him that he has no social skills. Cashier gets mad. I laugh because I know women fall in love with me instead. You know, like it's like that type of shit. So annoying, man. It's so annoying. Yeah, that's it. That's literally my rant. I think that's why I'll make the video title. My rant on Magic the Gathering. I also made more decks. Um, this is a good deck. Oh, this is a nice deck. Mm. It's it's disregard the two. Mm. It's more closer to a 3. I think there are like I think there are more land. Yeah. Yeah. It's more like a 3. Like $200 low key. If you wanna drop extra quote unquote few just say the magic words. Low key. Hello? That's lovely. I think this is closer to I think this is closer to a 3 than anything else. I think this is a 3. It's still a 2. What the fuck? Hey guys, let me drop $200 for a power bracket of 2. It's $200. What the fuck? Okay, what if I go up to a 4? Interesting, interesting. Import. Let's see here. Hold on. Is this a 4? Holy shit, I'm breaking it! Okay, there we go. Alright. 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 Fucking Christ. Alright, yeah. $88. Yep, there it is. And there's probably way better land in here as well. Yeah. Yeah, way better land. Yeah, 36 land compared to 39. You see, in these 36 lands, though, you have add 1 mana of any chosen color, add 1 mana of any chosen color, add 1 mana of any chosen color, basically. Like, rinse and repeat. So yeah, fuck, there it is. Let me... give me a second. Let me export, copy. Let me just get rid of this. me change the name to Slutty Boys deck. Save changes. There it is. Set as commander. Set as commander. But yeah, you see what I mean though? Like, EDH rec is coming in clutch. Coming in clutch. The problem is those, like, you know, the higher bracket you go up, the less likely there's going to be, like, actual, like, full-on decks. I want that to be known. So yeah. Alright, yeah. Yeah. If you want the fucking website, man, EDH Rec is where it's at, though. Like, that's where the shit is at. Alright, I'm out this hoe. Peace, pussy boys.